Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 5 with some more multiplayer racing. For this series of races, we are using some B-class cars fitted with naturally aspirated engines. Going through a series of tarmac and dirt races. Going to use the same car though for all of them. I've gone for a more off-roady build. With mine, I've got off-road race tyres on it. I don't know. I tend to avoid error personally. But I have gone full Forza Aero on this car. I've got nearly 300 horsepower, which in B-Class on a £2,500 Golf is not bad going. We're likely to be half decent in terms of acceleration, but top speed is going to be destroyed by the aero parts. However, we might make up some of the grip we lose in the corners from the off-roady tyres. I don't know. It's a gamble. It's an idea I've had with this one. I'm one of a few front-wheel drive cars, me and a Scirocco would be the only two, and that's as long as the Scirocco has not been swapped, which I don't know. I do personally tend to like going for front-wheel drive in B-Class. It can be very, very strong. This Golf, I have one of these in Horizon 4, was very, very good, from what I remember. Admittedly, it was a different sort of build. We have many more options in this game, but yeah, we will see. I'm hoping for good things from the Golf. I might be completely wrong. We have a nice spot on the grid. Of course, we're going to struggle off the line. Nothing we can really do about that being front-wheel drive, although we're not terrible. Considering we are front-wheel drive, that's not a bad launch. Now comes, let's say, a little bit of pain, perhaps, for us. Then there's a chance. There's one of two things are going to happen here. Either I've gone for a sort of a combination build and it turns out it's half decent, or I've gone for try and make it work for everything, and that means it doesn't work anywhere very well. Well, the Miura's got a lot of understeer through there. We're going to have a D-type to the inside, which I'm not going to be able to do anything about. So yeah, there's a few possibilities. Got way more grip than the D-type. I mean, this is, I think, kind of a little bit to be expected. I hope we have way more grip than the likes of the Miura and the D-type, even on tarmac. I'm hoping that's where we're going to get some of our... We're going to have to, because that's where we're going to get any of our lap speed. We know, while we're powerful, relatively powerful for a B-class car, we know we're going to suck top end. I mean, we're clear now, which is helpful. We're not going to be clear by turn one, and this might be the problem. Lap time-wise might be strong in this car, but if we get stuck in traffic, Miura cannot take the speed through turn one that we can. That's fine by me. The Lambo can stick behind. So we're into third. Can we chase down the top two? Will my lack of top speed be my undoing here? I mean, it's possible. We've definitely got good speed in these corners. The Miura can't live with us through there. Neither can the D-type. I've got this corner all wrong on my own. Yeah, completely all wrong on my own. God damn it, that's not going to help. But I mean, look, at least we are sort of on our own. We're not being troubled, so we can focus on our own lines if I can get them right with this car. Now, others, there are some on off-road race, there are some on vintage race, there are some on all sorts of different compounds of tyres. By the looks of the start, I don't think many people have gone all-wheel drive with their vehicle. If they have, they're not crazy fast launching, so we might be strong when it comes to the dirt. I'd certainly hope so. We actually had a very good start to this lap. Help that those two were side by side. They've cost themselves some time. Now, I'm pretty sure the leader is on off-road race. I think I saw that car before we got going, and I think I saw that was on off-road race. Come on, Golf. Someone else took out the stones through there. That's good for me. We just chucked the car through there. We've found some pace this lap around to maybe go chase down the Datsun. We might not quite have... I don't know, we might have the pace of Toyota, we might not. If we can keep the rest of this lap together. Toyota's got aero as well. In fact, everyone's running aero. Maybe I should have gone the other way. I don't know. As I said, I normally don't bother with aero. Maybe I should have gone the other way and worked on the basis that this car had enough grip to begin with. It might... I might have tried that and then it not have enough grip like this. As I say, it's difficult to know. It really depends on, because if everybody else had gone non-aero, you don't know what other cars are going to bring. If I'd known, we would have gone different. However, everybody's seemingly gone aero today. So yeah, there's not very much that we can do. They can clonk the rock. We are very evenly matched for pace here. The Datsun's closed back into the back of the Toyota. We're there, but we can't gain. You know, we're talking tenths of a second a lap difference in our little group. If those two fight one another on this final lap, there's a chance we could pounce. But we're not quite closing enough. We've gapped the rest of the field as they fought each other. Yeah, that one lap when they were side by side is the lap that I've caught up, and now they've sorted themselves out. We're now just stuck, sort of equidistance away. We lose in places. We're better in the slow, twisty stuff. That's where the golf comes good. I don't see... is there any point going to 5th through here? No, I don't really see the point in going to 5th. The drag's so much on this car. Yeah, we're not... Well, I made a mess of that one there anyway, pushing a little too hard. So yeah, we've got the best handling car for the twisty bits, but they are faster than me down the straights. Yeah, we're quick on the exit there. So twisty circuit, we would be very strong. Longer, faster circuits, we're going to struggle. Off-road is anyone's guess, really. As we head up to the final corner. It's not had a great final lap for me, actually. No, I made a mess of it. Kind of overdrove it. I kind of had to, though, really. There wasn't much give. There's a massive squabble still going on for 4th back there. It was D-Type Miura and a Mustang, I think, all squabbling for that. They changed positions a lot. We were just stuck at watching distance there. A little bit of a shame. Who got fastest lap? Possibly the Datsun? No, it goes to the Toyota. It was close. It was very close between all of us. I was just a smidge down. The D-Type very close with us. Okay, an interesting start. An interesting start. The Golf, very good at the technical stuff, but really struggling for straight line speed. Curious about tyres, that's why I'm kind of leaving it here, because I'm pretty sure the Toyota's on off-road race. Not sure about the Datsun. But judging by performance, I'd be surprised if it was on anything else. The Datsun is not on off-road race. I think it's on rally, maybe. Curious. We head off-road for our next race, the Caldera Scramble. Oh, we're a long way back. We should be strong here. Sadly, the bloody Toyota starts on pole. Actually, not as far back as I thought we were. I mean, I think we're going to be strong. We should be strong here. We've got the right tyres. The Scirocco looks like that's on off-road race. The Datsun might have been on vintage race. Come to think of it, might have been on rally tyre. Regardless, the Datsun won't be as strong here. I think it might be a battle between me and the Toyota. Maybe the Scirocco. I don't know what tyres the D-Type was on. I'd be surprised if that was on off-road race, but you never know. We will see how this goes. I mean, of course, front-wheel drive won't be great off the line. Traditionally, however, I don't think anything's going to be really that much better. We've got the right compound tyre, at least, so that's something. This is a slower track, so it might play slightly into our favour. And front-wheel drive has traditionally been stronger on the dirt in Forza games than rear-wheel drive, so we might have that in our battle against the Toyota. That's the hope, at least. We've got a Jag between us currently. We're going to try and cut underneath through here to find a way past that Jag, past the D-Type, if we can make this one stick. Now, this corner here is quick. We'll throw the Golf in, get the change of direction right. You can see the Toyota sliding all over the place, and I just don't have that problem. The back of the Volkswagen is planted. The Mustang has some pace back there. Now, the Mustang, if it's on off-road race, well, if it has to be on off-road race, I would think to be keeping up here. That could be a problem for us, although we will hopefully have some stability over the Mustang. Oh, as we head out of the next corner, Jag is having a look. So maybe more vehicles are on off-road race, or maybe they've got some other combination of bits working on them. I mean, you might try all-wheel drive in B-Class and have it on something else. I don't think all-wheel drive and anything other than off-road race really matches a two-wheel drive off-road race-tired vehicle. I could be wrong, but yeah, these tyres are so good on a full dirt circuit. They're basically what you want. A Mustang is, for a rear-wheel drive vehicle, that Mustang's got a good change of direction. That's for sure. We have closed up on the Toyota. It's bounced a little bit wide. We've pulled a small gap, not much, over that Mustang. Where are we going to find a way past? Outside at turn 1 is doable. I do like this wider line in places. The Toyota just cannot quite carry the same speed through the corners. We're going to be on the outside here. We will chuck the Golf in. Trust that it'll stick to the road, and it does. Well, stick to the dirt, whatever you want to call it. However, we're going to get a bit of understeer through there. Doesn't matter. We are clear of the Toyota. The Toyota can have a Mustang problem now. In fact, if they want to battle each other, let me build a margin, I would be all okay with that, because we're not so strong at the final part of this lap. I was a little bit out of shape myself, but yeah, we're not quite so strong through here. Come on, Golf. There we go, we're out the other side. Here comes that Toyota now. It's going to look around the outside to turn 1. Oh, a lot of brakes up. That is not what I need. We'll use the banking to help carry momentum on the exit. So it's alongside you. We had a tiny, tiny lock-up of the brakes. It's this part here where we have been strong. I think it's the stability of the Golf that has been good. And again, we can pull a little gap to that Toyota. Now, I've just got to not run wide through this section. You run wide through one corner, suddenly you end up out wide for a bunch of them. So get this change of direction nicely there. The Mustang's had a look, but it's going to be on a very wonky line in all of that. We are clear for the moment. Right, out the other side we go. The Ford is the big problem. Mustang's looking to the outside. I mean, we can keep it out wide. In fact, we have got good straight line speed in this Golf, weirdly. We've got good power in this as we head up the hill. The Mustang's having a look to the outside again. Mustang's going to try to send it in, similar path to the one that I tried on the Toyota. However, the Mustang can't make it work, although it's put me out of position, it'll put the Mustang out of position as well. Okay, the Toyota's a little too far back. I was going to say, if that Toyota had got it in the perfect place, it could have capitalised on us both being out of position. Thankfully, the Ferrari lifted. The Ferrari saw me coming but couldn't get out of the way of the other two, or didn't realise they were getting mugged. I mean, that has helped me. I think the Ford was going to struggle to catch me anyway at that stage. That's a bad place to get caught. We all crossed the line. That was a tough race. Good race. Good race. All three of us very close together. I think the Jag wasn't that far down in 4th. Certainly, I think something was there. Yeah, it was the Jag. Really not that far away in 4th place. We do get fastest lap. There's only a couple of tenths in it, though, between me and that Ford. Bloody hell. Oh, good fun. Golf claims a victory. That is good news. In an excellent battle as well. Also important news. We're back onto the tarmac for our next race. Ooh, definitely a long way back this time out for the Golf. Start from 9th. I mean, we'll be quick. I think this is going to be a track where we're going to be quick in a couple of places, but ultimately we're going to struggle with our real lack of top end. It'll be interesting to see how some of the other vehicles fare. Expect the Datsun to be fast. We may well see the likes of the D-Type. Curious to see about the Mustang. The Mustang was quick, but wasn't great at that Emerald circuit, which does surprise me in some ways. Who knows how it might fare around here. I mean, this is a different track. It is a little bit more on the twisty side, perhaps, in the Emerald circuit. I don't know. The Emerald circuit is always, I say, is a little bit of a funny one in some regards. It is quite fast, but you do need some good grip. You need some high-speed grip for a couple of the corners. So, yeah, who knows? We'll see how this one goes. There's a lot of ghost mode cars going through. We've got ourselves a little bit boxed in here. Not what we want to be starting. I don't really want to push the Mustang wide, but I also don't think the Miura realised it. It'd be difficult to tell. Don't think the Lambo realised I had a car on the inside of me as well. The Mercedes is going to get mugged a little bit here if we can get off this corner well enough. Come on, Volkswagen. Use some drive. Scirocco's out wide in a smidge of trouble. It's 3 wide and we are through the centre. The Mustang's got stuck in traffic. I mean, that Mustang was pretty quick at the Caldera circuit as well. It was around the lap times that our top lot was setting, so that could be fast too. We're very quick. That section there will be strong at. However, the leaders are just gone already, and that's the problem we're going to face, is we can be fast. However, we've lost so much early on that we've got to clear the Lambo in front of us. We've got to clear both Lambos in front of us quickly if we're going to do anything, and even then, look at the size of the gap. But Toyota's gone at the front. D-Type and Mustang, I think, are having a spat over second, but we're too far back currently. Let's try and set up a good run through here. That's what we want. I wanted to kind of open the steering up as soon as I can, get a good run onto this straight. Not going to be close enough to have a dive. I actually should have had a dive maybe there. I think we could have done. I think we could have outbroke the Espada. I think that's how it's pronounced. Because we're just wasting time. We're stuck behind it. We're going to be so quick through the final corner, but I can't use it because, well, there's going to be a car in the way. Although we might get it here. We can duck underneath. I can't because we can't hit the street furniture. Would have been off the circuit a little bit anyway. Right, it's going to slide on the exit. We'll get alongside here. It's going to be the outside at turn 1. We're going to have to just send it and hope. Too wide. Just a little too late on the brakes. Oh, and now we've got a Datsun for company. We're starting to get frustrated. I'm just running out of time. We needed to clear it into turn 1 there. We needed to not have another lap stuck behind it. Because again, we're going to catch it in an awkward place. Got nowhere to go with this, and we've got to back it up through there. It's going to be on the inside for this next corner. Now, can we fire it around the outside here? No, we're going to cut underneath. Should get the acceleration here to make this pass work. It's taken us a lot longer than it should have done. Now, it might try and fight back with a bit better straight line speed, but I think it's going to run out of grip on the outside line through here. It won't do that. And sure enough, we can move ourselves up to 5th. However, that is going to cost us any chance. I mean, it was great racing. Like the Lambo did absolutely nothing wrong in there. It was well within its rights to defend as hard as it did. And yeah, we just couldn't. I didn't get a pass done when I needed to, when I could have and perhaps should have done. And yeah, we're going to run out of time. I don't think we've quite got the pace here. Perhaps, I guess we'll find out that should have been quicker through there. Perhaps the very top cars. Maybe we could have got it onto the podium if we don't clonk that wall. Yeah, maybe 3rd could have been on the cards in terms of like sheer pace. But yeah, stuck in traffic, and we are not gonna. I just don't think we've quite got the straight line speed in it. I'm slightly ruining the way I built this car. I feel like it might have been better off without running the aero. It would have had less power, slightly, but it would have had much more straight line speed, and I think that would have been a bit more useful than what we've got. As fun as it is through that final section, there's no doubt about it. Oh, that's a missed checkpoint. It's good fun when you get the really twisty stuff. It's just not able to make up enough lap time in those bits. Let's have a look at the lap times. Don't think I really got a clean one though, so probably not going to be the best judge here. 59.8. Yeah, I think I could probably have run with a 59.2. Yeah, I could probably run with the. You know, I think we could have been close. But yeah, stuck in traffic. A great race with the Espada, I have to say. Just yeah, got stuck in traffic and couldn't work our way forward. We head to the River Scramble for our next race. I start alongside the Toyota here. This is quite a fast dirt circuit. Now, admittedly, some grip was helpful here. We'll see. We'll see what happens in this one. I'm hoping we can have another good race. We can make the most of the Golf's stability off-road. The final, the little downhill weave on the dirt, I think the Golf will be very fast at. It will probably be the quickest car here at that section. The rest of the dirt, we will have to wait and see whether we can make up enough time through some of the other dirt corners. Stability is always helpful in these, of course. We will have to wait and see, though, how this car fares as we barrel towards these opening corners. I mean, we're a long way back. Toyota is also a long way back. The Mustang, however, starts towards the front and has got the lead of the race, so that always makes life a little bit more difficult. The D-Type is on off-road race tyres. I did spot that, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, not surprised how fast it was the Caldera circuit. It would make sense. We can move ourselves. Oh, there's a Mustang in all sorts of trouble. Was going right into a left hand. The Toyota's got boxed in. We can sneak our way through here. I mean, this is absolutely wonderful news for the Mustang leading the way. I think it's at 69 that's leading the way. That is exactly what it wants to see, pretty much, because we've all got stacked up and lost a heap of time. The D-Type wants to try and have a look for the way past Mustang, can't do it. The Scirocco's having a look, but run out of space down here. We're going to get a big slide. That Mustang does not look easy to drive. This is where I was hoping we might come good down this section. We're around the outside of the Challenger, but we've run into a Jaguar-shaped roadblock and can't do much. We're on the outside. The Challenger's going to get stuck, though. Has nowhere to go. Scirocco outruns... Not Scirocco. Golf... Ah, bloody hell, the Scirocco was on the inside. That was a small gap to try and shove the Scirocco in, and I only realised at the last second, the second I saw it, it hit the tree. Yeah, that was brave, trying to find that very, very little gap. We will dive through this next corner, and that will move us up keep us in 3rd place. Right, Mustangs are 1 and 2. We're looking to change that. Toyota's looking to join in the party as well. We knew it was only a matter of time until the Toyota found us. We've got a D-Type looking. We're going to take the narrow bit through the water. I think the D-Type took the narrow bit on the other side. The Jag's to the inside of all of us. We get stuck out wide. We've got traction. We will make the pass stick on the Jag. Now the Mustang, Challenger, Toyota are all in a clump. We've got away a little bit. The Mustang, the lead, is loving this. They've just absolutely buggered off. And that is what can happen when you've got... So when you get a good spot on the grid, get a clean start, get out of the way of trouble, and we all slow each other down massively. You just run in that clean air, not having to worry about defending or other cars in the way, and you can just make lap time. And you can vanish in just a couple of laps. I was a little wide on the way through there, which is a bit of a shame, a bit annoying. It's cost me some time on what should be my strongest section. We have pulled clear though. It's not a big gap, but we're clear of the Ford. I don't think it will be able to get us into sort of, I guess it's turn 2 is probably the dangerous zone. I don't think it'll get past through turn 1. But even the D-Type couldn't catch me down here particularly, so I think we're safe as long as I don't make a mistake. And that is always a difficult bit. Toyota's really stuck in traffic here and struggling to do... Toyota's definitely quick. That's definitely got pace. However, it's just, yeah, it's stuck in the pit of trouble and is unable to quite claw its way out of it. We will not run too wide through there. There's a little kiss on the wall. Won't have cost us too much time. And if we stabilise the gap to the leader, maybe. Difficult to tell. More worried about the D-Type behind. We know that they'll have power and speed up this hill, maybe? It's not as close as I thought it was going to be. Any time it gains through here, it may well lose in the final sort of twisty section. That's where, yeah, this bit here. If I don't overdrive this corner, this lap around, we're much, much better in the Gulf. Yeah, I don't think the leader is actually that much faster than us. However, with a gap like that, we cannot catch it. Again, we've pulled clear of the cars behind. I'm very glad that section is at the end of the lap, because it means we can hopefully be out of range for the run to the finish line. Fingers crossed, at least. So it's still stuck in the midst of that fight. I think it just passed the Mustang around that twisty section. We've got one more lap to go. Minimal mistakes would be good here. Oh, a little bit too much understeer. That's not what we needed. Typical, as I was saying, minimal mistakes. We promptly understeer it into a wall. I can hear a D-Type buzzing around in the background. I think the D-Type must have gone to the inside. Don't really like the inside route through there personally. It puts you on a little bit of a wonky line trying to get through that corner, which is a horrible corner at the best of times. Oh no, D-Type must have missed a checkpoint. D-Type's gone. Never mind, I take it back. It's the Toyota now trying to chase us down, and that is probably the biggest threat in the field. Biggest threat to our second place, certainly. Although it also will struggle with stability in the final section. The rear-wheel drive cars just don't quite have the same that we have, essentially. I can be a lot more aggressive through here in the Gulf sticks, and that Toyota just simply won't. We're actually a little wide on our own through here. We will get that change of direction through here. On the exit, Toyota carried a lot of speed, actually. It did very well on this final lap, but it's not going to be close enough to do anything. That thing is quick, however, won't be able to find a way past. None of us could catch the Mustang. I don't think our lap time was very different to that lead car. Early battles held us. Fun. There was some good chaos early on. Yeah, very similar between me and the Mustang, but the Toyota, a monster of a vehicle. This is quicker than the pair of us. Good race, though. Good race. I mean, the Golf's good. It's not a match for the Toyota, but it is a pretty good car overall. For our final race, we head to the city, one of the more technical street circuits of all the tarmac tracks. I guess this might be the strongest one for me. In theory, we might struggle, though, kind of up the hill. Final couple of corners, we might be down. We'll see how it goes. We're decent enough on the grid. I guess our main rival is going to be that Toyota. However, the Mustangs could be strong here. The D-Type might not be too bad either. Yeah, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think there'll be a section of this track where we're very fast at, but I don't know if we'll be quick enough overall. We'll have to wait and see, really. It looks like the 69 Mustang is at least running aero. The 65 certainly isn't. But yeah, there's all sorts of different approaches to how you build the cars in this, which does make it interesting. I enjoy the challenge. I think I've gone a little bit the wrong way, but we're going to make the most of what we've got here, pretty much. If we can turn, oh, not that tight though, because we hit some street furniture and that screws us over. There's a D-Type going to take a look to the outside, although the D-Type's going to run into trouble. We've all got boxed in behind the Scirocco that was having trouble. The Mustangs, we're going to go almost 3 wide through here. We clear the Scirocco that's struggling for grip. And I think that has skinny tyres, the Scirocco, although I'm not 100% sure. Oh, Mustang hit some street furniture. That gave us some trouble, gave the Mustang a lot more trouble though. Right, final corner of the lap. Now, can we chase down the Mercedes? I think we can. It's whether we're going to have enough time to again go after that Mustang. We can sweep around the outside of the Merc into turn 1. That would be helpful. Nope. Actually, I thought the Merc was going to understeer wide. It's not too bad through this long corner. Not going to get underneath it here either yet, although it has got a big slide on. I can't find a way past at the moment. And the D-Type's there having a look. We're going to have... try to find a way past, because I can't just outrun cars down the straight. We might get the Mercedes here on the exit. Indeed we do. That'll put us up to second. I mean, that's what we want to see. We've got a few laps. The D-Type is 100% coming with us. We've got a few laps to go try and chase down a Mustang. D-Type looks around the outside of the final corner. It's difficult to pass there. It's very difficult to go around the outside of a car. That one. It might not need to, though. Maybe I'll get it to the inside into turn 1. I'm hoping I've got the grip to hold it here. We do just have that. The problem is we might get stuck in our own little battle here and definitely not stand a chance of chasing down the Mustang. God damn it. That Ford, with some good spots on the grid, has got itself clear. I don't know whether I'm braking a bit early for that downhill section. The D-Type closed a lot through there, or whether the D-Type maybe was late on the brakes. Difficult to tell from this lap around. We will be flat all the way through here. Is the Jag going to have a look at the final corner? It's not close enough. Okay. I mean, all the Mustang has to do is not make a mistake, and honestly, I don't think there's anything we can do. I have been slow out of that final corner. The D-Type was also a little slow, not as bad as me though. We're definitely going to be more on defensive driving for these next couple of laps. The D-Type's turn to have a look around the outside. Nothing, not going to give there. No space to make that pass stick. Where I've got to be really wary is the bottom of the hill. Got to be aware the D-Type try to have a dive, although unless you're fully alongside, you're not going to come from a long way back there. You're asking for trouble if you do, because if I don't see it, I turn in, you will end up in the barrier in the inside. And it's not an intentional put a car in the barrier there. Oh, turning a little too late through there. That might put me in a world of trouble here for the run up the hill. The D-Type's again going to have to go the long way round though. You can have a look to the outside here. And again, we can just shut the door. I mean, it's perfectly fair what we're doing. We are, with the way the D-Type's driving into that corner, I'm not forcing it into the wall, I'm just cutting off the line once I've got my car ahead of it. But yeah, this battling really will not help her. It's great fun, it will not help us catch the Mustang. Where is that Jag going to be as we round these next couple of corners? We can hop the curb there. The Jag's looking. The Miura's actually on a charge at the moment as well. We will kind of park it through here a little bit. Leave it in second for the exit. We can pull a gap. We have been pulling a gap to the D-Type. Again, we do just enough to pull a gap to the Jag on that critical corner. The Mustang's gone and pulled away up at the front. The D-Type is not going to be close enough to do anything into the final turn. We will run out of the last corner. We will take another second place. Oh, another great race. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. The Jag maybe less, maybe not agree with that. It was a good battle though. Really, really good battle. We were just quick enough in important places to hold that vehicle behind. The Miura was flying around there. That Lamborghini was quick. What happened to the Toyota 7th? It was still, yeah, I think it got stuck in traffic. It was quick. Wasn't as fast around this circuit as some of the other ones. Yeah, that Miura was a monster, but caught us too late. Fantastic battling around that one. That was good fun. Yeah, the golf's pretty good. The golf's pretty good. In the right circumstance, it's certainly got some speed. Overall, yeah, pretty solid car. I think a lot of people, just as it happened, I mean, all they had to have was a naturally aspirated engine. However, a lot of people actually went very similar ways with the builds. Now, of course, if I'd known, would have changed it, but weren't to know beforehand. Yeah, there's a lot of similar ideas with the builds. However, yeah, we had some really good racing. That, though, is going to be it for this one. If you'd like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign-up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.